The Dallas Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson, continued their winning ways, 9 straight. Never done that in a single season in franchise history.
You know, we talked about it in the pregame show. You know, they keep such pressure on the opponent. You know, the opponent can move the football if they have the football. But, you know, like Baltimore, they had it for 25 minutes today. And the other thing is Dallas is not turning the ball over. So the opponent doesn't have a lot of opportunities to score, and they keep such pressure on you offensively. You know, Prescott's playing outstanding. They're running the football, over 400 yards of offense. I don't see any slip-ups with this football team. They're playing well.
As we talked about in our pregame, the most valuable rookie on the team, Dak Prescott, 301 yards, 3 touchdowns today. Dez Bryant getting him more involved, the fade, and then the deep end for the TD to Dez Bryant, getting him involved, getting everyone involved. And I think the Dez Bryant component is a big component because Dez gives you those explosive plays. Beasley with the, you know, I know he's one of your favorites in the slot, and Witten, possession receiver, but Dez is the explosive player, getting involved. But this was really a grinded-out game for this guy. No turnovers. Jimmy talked about it, controlled the clock for over 35 minutes.
Take a breath,
Michael.
Take a breath.
I want to correct myself because it would not be a good day for me if I ever did highlights or said anything without making at least one mistake. I would be upset. And I said Dez Bryant had 3 touchdowns receiving today. Folks, he only had 2, so it's my mistake.
He had 2, but Beasley had the other. And you're right.
Beasley,
The Cowboys streak continues, and so does yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, that's a joke.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
That's love. That's love.
That's all, it's brotherly love. Hey, real quick, Michael, I want to ask you, a lot of times we see the team that, you know, has a winning streak, but they're not always the best team in football.
Yeah.
Right now, Dallas has won 9 in a row. Are they the best team in football?
I think so. Yeah, I think by far they're the best team in the football. This is the team that tight games they win. They can blow you out. They win games they're supposed to win. I don't think any of us are surprised. And one thing that Jimmy says, being a coach, is not about how many great plays you make, it's how many bad plays you don't make. They don't make many. You speak of no turnovers. And another thing, they only have 5 penalties the entire game. You know, and those are the things. This is a team that everything is clicking right now. If they can stay healthy, everybody just stays on the same page and stays unselfish like they've been. This is the best team in football.
Hey, don't forget now, they have over 400 yards of offense against the #1 defensive team in the league. You know, Baltimore is pretty good defensively.
You know, Jim, and that's a great point. And I just wonder if, in fact, the opposing teams are saying, well, these are 2 rookies. They got a rookie quarterback. Come on now. The last great rookie quarterback we saw play, I think of Marino had to be somebody else, but Marino was amazing, but he went with a good team. Then you look at the running guy. So you got to say to yourself, surely Ezekiel Elliott's going to turn it loose. Surely Prescott's going to have that 3-interception game, and perhaps so. But from what I've seen so far, I'll tell you, that's just scary how good these 2 rookies are.
Anymore. If you went to a game thinking that, you're not thinking that anymore, because these 2 play like vets who've been in this league a long time. The game is not bigger than them. The stage is not too big for them. They can handle anything.
He was under pressure early. This was not a cakewalk game, and it was just one of those kind of momentum, and they just kept grinding, and then it just opens up.
You know what, Howie? You know what I was impressed is that the Romo thing came out this week. That is a lot of pressure when Tony finally says, this is your job. You are the quarterback. And then he goes out. Now, he did not have a good start to this football game, but all of a sudden he settled down, because you even said, hey, he looks a little nervous.
Baltimore was putting a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah. But we've seen that from him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Philadelphia a couple weeks, shaky start, but no, it doesn't seem to get too big. It doesn't faze him. He comes back, and at the end of the game, you're like, well,
you're playing quarterback in Dallas. That's a big.
Have you played quarterback in Pittsburgh?
No, but it's different. Dallas, I'd say playing quarterback in Dallas is really, you're chasing a lot of ghosts there.
Maybe the brightest spot in all of sports, really.